It's an EX motor inside the RS with Molicel packs, 1500 watt hour, shockproof, waterproof packs. Elias has done some customization on his MSPHT. We're gonna ride because he wants to look at some new gloves. And the customization that is done, we're gonna look at the temperature and see how the temperature develops. You know, if the wheel gets hot. He just wanted to sort of like cover it up, put some bumper tape and some tape on it and make it just a bit more water resistant so that it doesn't have to fret. He's a worried fella, just like me. So yeah, zippity duty. Let's go. Motherboard, so no tilt back. power, but it ain't easy to access. Hard mode then. I'm gonna have to ask about this motherboard, because in the hard mode it behaves like the MSS style, which is what I wanted for this, because it's similar to the accelerated stability. On the medium there was a downward tipping, so when I was getting into max speed, the downward tipping was sort of getting to me. Since I've been riding accelerated stability on the EXN so much now, you know, it just feels normal. Who would have thought? But I can't say I'm a huge fan of the knobby at skate parks. I'm just going to practice some tight circles to control the wheel and see. It's the flopping and the scraping. Train. There's just one point, you know, where like you're actually fighting to keep it up. Really weird. Different. Tack. Ooh. I'm gonna have to be a bad girl and open my legs a bit on these turns. Just get used to the movement. Like the knobby tire, when you're riding it on asphalt, it's just amazing, you know. It's like it's true all the time. It ignores road chatter. There's no tram lining or anything like that, but it's just the turns, man. 29.5 psi. Because knobby is pretty decent at high tire pressure. It's quite good. Let's see, I'm gonna die on this one. Whew, man, that hasn't been scary in a while, but boy oh boy, boy oh boy. Boy. Cheers. I bet that was good. So, people ask, you know, what's the thing about the Molicel? It's a high drain batteries. So high drain batteries have less capacity than high capacity batteries if you use the high capacity batteries at a low discharge. If you use them at a high discharge, like say for instance, on an MSP to use 10 amps per pack. Well, not per pack, per parallel, so that you're using 40 amps on your MSP. Then you're at the point where the capacity between the Molicel and the Samsung 50e or the LG M50T or M50LT will be the same. At 40 amps. And then you can start to ask yourself what happens when you start hitting 15 amps on those packs, you know, which you can do for bursts and stuff, but I mean that's a lot of bursting, you know. That's a lot of bursting. They might not make it. They might not be able to handle it, simply, you know. So some people will high amp overlean their MSP HT or MSP HS or RSHT or RSHS. They will high amp overlean it. Not because of the limitation of the motherboard, which also has a phase current limitation, but because of the battery discharge limitation from the high capacity cells. So what happens then is you get these high capacity cells, you get on the wheel and you start ripping and pulling 10A from each parallel, and then the voltage will drop to almost half, and the speed and the beeps are connected to the current voltage that you are at, which is the voltage that you have sagged to. And typically on these Molicel packs or high drain cells like the Samsung 40T, maybe you'll sag 30%. But if you're sagging 30%, then you know you're sagging like 60% on the high capacity cells. And that's quite a lot, you know, to sag from 100 volts to 88 volts. I've sagged half my EXN, you know. Riding at the top speed and maintaining that speed, I've sagged half the EXN. I'm just like, you know. So then you can like touch the high speed, but you can't maintain it. Because as the battery sags, your top speed gets reduced, your safety gets smaller. So for a racing wheel or for a high performance wheel, definitely get the high discharge cells, you know. But it's easy to answer yourself. Look at how many packs you have in parallel and see if you're pulling 10A per pack. On a Master, it's a bit of a different story because the Master isn't 100 volts, it's 134 volts, so it's going to use less amps because it's higher voltage.
Hey, jag har sett dig förut.
So, someone's seen me before. Can I say hi?
Vänta, va? Ja, hej, jag ska köra subscriba till, vet du, honom och... Ja.
Yeah! Oh man! Oh man!
Nästan.
Yeah, almost he said, almost. And he said subscribe. So now you know. Now you know. He did the splits for you guys.
Oh.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at his legs. Look at his legs. Look at that. Scars everywhere. This song is called Scars. Yeah. Damn, man. Damn. So summing it up. It's safer. It's stronger. You got a higher top speed. But I guess I'm gonna find out. Because after I'm done playing with this wheel, I'm gonna be on an EXN with a high-speed EXN with a black motherboard and Molicel packs. So that's going to be something, because I know my EXNHS inside out. This one's going to have a black motherboard. I'm tempted to do a 80% PWM on it with the dynamic tilt back. Since the pedals get soft at 95% PWM, if I have 80 and the highest I hit is 85, I should be good. You know, I'll wear the helmet. I'm getting comfortable with it, so it's cool. Thinking about the tire, motorcycle tire, but you know, I'm gonna spend a few days on this one. This is the EX motor. It's a monster, you know. It's really strong. It's really strong. I just gotta eat some more meatballs so I can bulk up and access the power. I'm gonna put some I think I'll put the Grizzly on it tomorrow and see what I can squeeze out of it. Yeah? Yeah. Peace.